Good morning. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful weekend, but now it's time to get back to business. You're tuned into the morning show of yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live here. So let's get into these markets. So far, the US dollar index is down 14 pips, trading at 103.79, still having a difficult time maintaining that 104 threshold. And this is causing the euro to rally 27 pips to 108.60. Pound sterling is up 13 pips at 126.90. And we have the Aussie down 21 pips this morning at 65.48. Bitcoin futures up 360, trading at $52,110. And we have Ethereum futures up 122.5 points at $3,121. And this is a pullback from the overnight high of $3,198. That's amazing. Ethereum going up to 3,200. That's just incredible. Crude oil futures this morning are down 3 pennies, trading at $76.46 per barrel. It's been oscillating between 78 and 76. So $2 trading range so far in the oil over the past couple of trading sessions. Then we have the nat gas. Right now it's trading at $1.80. We have gold futures down $13.20 this morning, trading at $2,036.40 an ounce. And it's been in a very tight trading range as well, trading between like 2050 and 2010, something like that. Really just not having a clear conviction either way, long or short, bullish or bearish. Silver pretty much also caught in a range right now. You're down 45 cents an ounce, trading at $22.53 an ounce. It did hit 22.90 in the overnight market, and it's been in a range too. We'll call it 23.20 to 22.50. Just really not doing a whole lot. Then we have copper off a nickel, trading at $3.82. And we have the Dow futures up 52 points at 39,241. We have the E-mini S&P 500 futures up 5.25 points this morning at 5106 and 3/4. E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures up 23.25 points at 18,014 and 3/4. Then we have the Russell futures down 1.2 points at 2019.80. And then we have beans up 4 cents at $11.37 a bushel. Corn down almost 3 cents a bushel at $3.96 a bushel. And then wheat down almost 3 cents as well, trading at $5.70 per bushel. Here's what's on deck this morning. A booming stock market doesn't always equate to a strong economy. The hits keep on coming for Elon Musk, and young people living with their parents are saving money, but it's costing them emotionally. But first, news coming straight from my man Frank. Take it away.
Oh man, I got surprised by that. I was all into your news report. Welcome everybody. We're glad to see you, Dex. You know, for a guy who had all his teeth pulled out, your face looks pretty good today. So
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I realize
bounced
it's a
back quickly.
cartoon, but still, stuff comes through. People can feel it.
I'm part
Well,
alien.
welcome back, buddy. And we do. I don't know if we would apologize. I would say we appreciate your patience because Dex had unexpected. What happened? Your mouth got run over by a steamroller. What happened? Oh, yeah,
Pretty much,
dentist,
yeah.
right?
I had a dental emergency, so we had to take care of it.
Poor guy. Anyway, man, appreciate you. You still got the pulse waves out. You're still there to help people, so we appreciate it. But back, and we're excited. And this is webinar week. We'll talk about that later. But first, I just want to let all of you know that the Algo Capitalist bullpen is open. Those of you who have tasted and seen the goodness of the old pulse wave price triggers are really going to appreciate the Algo Capitalist bullpen if you haven't been around. If you've been around, you got a discount and you're in already with a pro membership, and we're so glad to have you. But if not, we've got a 7-day free trial for our main pro membership, and you can try it out. We also have some incredibly special deals going. If you follow Dex for any amount of time, he's the real deal. He's serious. His reports, which are now called price. I said, which are now called, and then I used the old name, which are now called the Traders Attack Reports, and that stands for Algo Trigger Trend Alert Catcher, and that's exactly what this system does. The reports that Dex produces catch trends as they're forming, before they're happening, and give you a chance to be ready for them if and when they materialize in the market, again, before they happen. It also has an extremely simple system for applying these reports to your own trading. You do your own research, you make your own decisions, but you have exactly the report that Dex uses to plug and play into the markets every evening and update them right live on this show after we go dark with our members in our private section. So that's what the bullpen's all about. In fact, let me see here. Yep, this is the current session, and our members are there. They have their own live chat, and they're able to participate in this before and after the show starts a little bit, and in addition to other things that we do. So if you want to be part of that, you want to learn how to use the attack reports with live support, not just in the morning, but in the evening. We have our morning bullpen and our evening bullpen, and those start out as our morning and evening shows, the setups and the watch list, but they end with private sessions with our members. So we're going to be doing that in just a minute. And if you want to get a free trial to our pro membership, you head over to pulsewavetrading.com. And it's easy to find how you can join the bullpen. That is, if you're a new member. If you're not a new member, it won't give you the free trial. If you tried it before, you already know how it works. But it's even better now. We also have, of course, our 1-year deal, which includes all kinds of exceptional stuff, which we will talk to you about later, because I'm going to be telling you about a very special webinar we have coming up today. I'm going to tell you how to register for it right after the news. And this is to learn how to use the Traders Attack reports, which are created by our Traders Attack system. And not only does Dex trade live with all of our members 2 times a day, unless his face gets hit by a steamroller, called the dentist, which he's done for a while. We'll see. But other than emergencies, we traded twice a day. And I got to tell you, I've been working with Dex a while. It's been a couple times when something happened and he was, too sick to do a show. I don't remember the reports not going out unless there was like something wrong with like the data center. So Dex is like clockwork. It's one of the things I love about working with him is he loves to get you things out consistently as much as possible. So it's a great membership. Dex and I talk about this a lot. I got into this because I tried to find a cool thing to join when I wanted to trade, and it turns out I wasn't a millionaire yet, so I couldn't find anything good. And Dex has been providing these reports to people for years. So this is really a dream service for both of us, being able to offer this together, something I was looking for, something he's been creating and working on. So we'd love to have you join us at pulsewavetrading.com. Check out that bullpen. Also check out the very, 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 very exciting stuff that we're working on, that we're working on coming out very soon. And you can learn about all of that at pulsewavetrading.com. And I'll be back for that announcement about how you can sign up for the webinar. If you can't wait for that, it's very simple. Go to pulsewavetrading.com/webinars with an N. The links, you might need to refresh them. They're wrong, but I'll put them in the comments so you can find it easy. All right, thanks, Dex. Back to you, buddy.
Thank you for that updated report, my man.
My pleasure.
All right, so the big story today, of course, is Trump 2.0. The market is facing surprises these days, but one major upcoming event is lacking originality. The 2024 presidential election seems destined to be the rematch many voters have been expecting. President Joe Biden against former President Donald Trump. Trump secured a resounding victory in the South Carolina GOP presidential primary against Governor Nikki Haley. And while Haley has vowed to stay in the race despite losing in her home state, she faces an uphill battle. However, Biden and Trump's second go-round could have a different outcome. So what would Trump's return to the White House mean for stocks? Well, the general sentiment is that stocks perform better under Republican presidents thanks to their hands-off approach to the market, although at least one study suggests that's not the case. I can tell you offhand, when Clinton was in office, that's what started the greatest bull market of all time. That was under Clinton's presidency. So, and he's a Democrat. So you can't forget these things. Facts are facts. I would say that he was more an outlier, though. I think the Clinton thing was an outlier because it really wasn't Clinton. He really played more of a role as a cheerleader. The reason why we had that go-go 90s was because of a different guy, a much older gentleman. His name was Alan Greenspan. He was the Fed chairman. So he was responsible for that incredible bull market of the 1990s. The grandfather of all
what did Clinton do to the cheerleaders? Oh, never mind. I got confused. I'm sorry. Somebody go check on those cheerleaders.
I know, right? He was the head cheerleader, the head mascot, if you will. Yeah. So
that's
the
part about my
S&P
jokes. Like,
500
my own laugh track
rose more than 60% during Trump's tenure, including weathering the initial shock of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, under Biden, the S&P posted a strong 2021, but suffered throughout 2022 due to inflation and rising rates, only to return to record highs more recently. But at least one economist believes the tax breaks and fiscal expansion that pushed stocks higher under Trump might not be replaceable. So instead, Trump escalating a trade war with China, including implementing tariffs on U.S. imports, could be what ultimately moves markets, according to Capital Economics market economist James Riley. The result could be a drop in U.S. GDP and a hit to corporate profits. Now, Capital Economics projects stocks would largely be fine and might even excel if Trump won due to the ongoing excitement around AI. Now, among the world's more powerful people, opinions are divided on the impact of Trump's return. Non American executives have raised concerns about a Trump win, while U.S. executives didn't seem concerned during the World Economic Forum in January, according to CNBC. Now, the world's most famous banker highlighted Trump's economic record at the conference. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon said Trump grew the economy quite well and his tax reform worked. Dimon served on the former president's Business Advisory Council in 2016, but took shots at Trump and the source of his wealth in 2018. Last April, he refused to answer a question about whether a second Trump term would benefit the economy. Meanwhile, Bridgewater founder Ray Dalio said in January that tensions in the U.S. are so high, both candidates pose risks. I think they're both threatening for the markets, he said. Mark Zuckerberg rejects personal liability in social media addiction suits. Pivotal, the flying car company backed by Google co founder Larry Page, lays off 10% of staff. And scientists are designing a super collider so powerful it could push the boundaries of modern physics. A college is removing its vending machines after a student discovered they were using facial recognition technology. Wow. So you go to the vending machine hoping to get a soda pop or a bag of chips, and unbeknownst to you, it's taking pictures of you. So let me find this out. We got hidden cameras in vending machines that is recording your face, and is it sending, where is it sending this information though? Is it sending it to the feds, to the local authorities? Where is it going? And why are they doing it? And why do they have to be sneaky about it? Very interesting what's going on right now, folks. South Korean companies are offering workers $75,000 to have babies amid the country's desperate bid for more children. Now, this is an issue. I'll tell you why. I don't know if you guys saw the documentary about South Korea. It's not that they're not having children, because they are having plenty of children. It's that the children that they're having are being abandoned. I think the documentary is still up on YouTube. You can do a search for it. I forget the name of it, but there's this little I don't know what you would call it. I would just say orphanage, where they have a drop off, like an overnight drop off thing, kind of, but it's manned 24 hours a day. Where if you have a baby, it's anonymous. You ain't gotta do nothing. You can take your baby, put it in this drop off box, and someone will from the inside will, it rings a bell or something on the inside, and then it lets them know that someone just dropped a baby off, and then the staff members will go and grab the baby and take care of it and all this other stuff. And they make sure the baby is healthy. If it's not healthy, they try to get it healthy, and they keep it for a little bit, and then they have to pass it off to the South Korean authorities, and whatever from there. But it was a very powerful documentary, and this was happening a lot. So I think they have more of a problem than that. Um, hmm. Yeah, I think some more looking into it needs to be done, because basically South Korea has imported a lot of Western ideologies and behaviors. So yeah, I think a whole nother show needs to be developed on that. Frank, are you still around?
Yeah, man.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and do the second piece that you got there, and I'm
You
gonna
got
mute
it.
myself out for like 20 seconds.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna mute myself out for 20 seconds, and
I
you're
don't know
gonna
what
go
that
ahead and
means, but
do that
that's
part.
cool.
And I'll be right back.
I never heard that expression before. Hey, everybody, I'm back. So listen, we've got a webinar this afternoon. It's scheduled for 4, and we're very excited about it. We did this one on Friday, but had some technical issue, or I don't remember when we did it, but we had technical issues with it. It was before Dex's face got damaged by medical community. Just kidding. So here's what we're going to be doing today. This webinar is called "Learn to Trade Like a Capitalist," Part 1, and we're focusing on the traders attack system. Can't see the full title there, but we are. There it is. The trader attack system. So this is very easy. You just go to webinars on our website. It's one of the things right at the top. You click on it and you could register right there on the page. And I put that link in the description, or I put that link in comments rather, if you want to head over there. You do need to register, even if you're a PulseWave member. We're going to change this registration system very soon. Hopefully this is the last day I'm using this sort of quick one. But I lost my place. Sorry about that. So what we're doing this week, this is webinar week. We're back. Dex is feeling great. And we're going to be able to do a bunch of webinars. So the first one is today at 4, and we'll inform you tomorrow. We're basically just going to get more detailed and more specific on how to place trades and move stops and different kinds of things like that. We've actually expanded the content of this one. So we're going to be doing what we did last week, but a little bit more detail and cover a couple more topics. And this time we're not going to accidentally play music that we couldn't hear, but everyone else could hear for the first 10 minutes. So we'll see you on that one. And very easy to register. We'll start it out live here on all of our public channels, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, etc. And then we will go private for the people who are registered. So make sure you register for that. It's going to be 4 o'clock today. And this is webinar week. If there's something specific that you'd like us to cover, whether you are an Algo Capitalist bullpen member or not, let us know in comments. Let us know in Discord. And also, I'm sure there's a link to our Discord. We're going to be focusing on that more and more. So go head over there, join that. If you're in our Slack, we have so many people who've been in our Slack for a long time. Make sure you head over to Discord, as we're going to be holding some special free things there for people who aren't even members yet. So keep an eye out for that. And listen, we are hopping right now. We're going to be, in fact, if you go on this little products tab right here on our site, you see there's a bunch of stuff coming up that doesn't even exist yet. And you can go and learn about that. There is some information there to show you where we're headed. But here's the thing. Dex is on a mission, not just to trade and share his reports, but both of us together really want to teach people and encourage people and support people the best we can to become not just theoretical capitalists.
Did you miss me?
I missed you, man. Not just Christmas and Easter at capitalists, but practicing capitalists, making money every day of the week. So we'd love to see you there, and we're going to be focusing on that. It's about mindset as much as it is about method. So, but the method's really important. So nuts and bolts today, and that's it, Dex. So head over to pulsewavetrading.com/webinars with an S. It says webinar. You'll get an old 401 page. So webinars, or just click on webinars in the upper thing there. Okay, back to you, buddy.
All right. So
are we heading private, or you got more?
I got more.
All right, cool.
Almost done.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
So just because your stock portfolio is great doesn't mean the economy is pumping money into something because you want it to go up versus believing it's fairly valued is a recipe for disaster. According to one economist, the result is less money available to invest in more worthwhile ventures. And the Magnificent Seven is breaking up. The members are having very different starts to the year, from NVIDIA, which is good, to Tesla, which is bad. That's why the originator of the moniker thinks it should be put to bed. Warren Buffett called out stock market gamblers in his annual letter. Markets now exhibit far more casino-like behavior than they did when I was young, the Berkshire Hathaway CEO wrote. The legendary investor also honored Charlie Munger, his longtime right-hand man who passed away in November. Twitter's former CEO Dick Costolo dishes on the new startup funding frenzy. He now has his own boutique fund, 01 Advisors, He said AI companies are closing deals at a dizzying pace, but the rest of the deal making world is now much more sane. And Elon Musk's problems keep piling up. Musk's year isn't off to a hot start. Tesla's valuation has tumbled about $160 billion. And advertisers have abandoned X, and SpaceX is caught in a row between Russia and Ukraine over the company's Starlink satellite internet terminals. AI is having a 1995 moment. In 95, the internet changed the world as it became more widely available. Now, one analyst says artificial intelligence is having a moment of its own and that NVIDIA is leading the charge. Gen Zers are living with their parents to cut costs and save money. Millennials were called lazy for doing the same thing during the Great Recession, but it has seen a smart idea for Gen Z. However, it might end up costing them more in the long run. Millennials are having fewer kids, and that's not good for the economy. Child free millennials can still splurge on luxury vacations instead of childcare, but that type of spending won't be enough to offset the economic drag of a shrinking population. And bosses are fighting back. After the pandemic, an influx of job opportunities allow workers to quit their jobs in search of better opportunities. But now the pendulum has swung the other way, and some employers are using discreet tactics to cut headcount and avoid public backlash. Yeah, like firing people with sticky notes. Justice Department calls for dismissal of Corazon bankruptcy. An abrupt exit at a Goldman Sachs backed crypto bank raises questions. And the more Americans that take Oz, Ozempic, is that what is how you say it? The faster the U.S. economy will grow, according to Goldman Sachs. And meet the DIPS parents, double income public school. They've got it better than the Polks or parents of little kids. All these acronyms, man. And here's what's happening today. Today's earnings is Zoom, among others. Amazon.com and Uber will join the S&P 500, the S&P Dow Jones indices. And then the U.S. Supreme Court is scheduled to hear cases on social media content moderation. And there will be a court hearing for Binance, which has been charged with securities law violations. And they're fighting back because they're saying that the SEC does not have the jurisdiction or the legal precedent to do so. And they actually have a point. All right, so that's all for today's morning show. I do appreciate you all attending. And with that being said, you know the system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And on that note, we're out.
Yes, we are. Except I meant to tell people more about the webinar, which is right here. So you could register webinar, pulsartrading.com, click on webinar, go to webinars. Also, wanted to pull this up. You could read all about these two new resources. This is on our timeline page on our site. Very easy to find. There is a way that you can get Algo Alphas. Bullpen Pro Yearly equals exclusive early alpha access. So we're going to start publishing some things for the Capitalist Letter. Going to start doing some private meetings on a private tokenized area of the Discord. Be doing all that in coming days and weeks. And the way to get your early pre-release ticket is to check out pulsartrading.com and check out that 1-year membership. That's as you'll see, we bring these things out. That's going to be an enormous value for you. It's going to tie into some great things, and we think a great experience. It's also an outstanding way to support the work of the new forming Algo Capitalist Society, a Web3 community for people who want to learn how to practice capitalism with trading and investing, using our incredible reports and Dex's insight, as well as benefiting from the whole community. So we're looking to build a community there, not just a business, but a place where people can really connect without using their credit cards, their email addresses, just using their wallets. So it's going to be very exciting. So check that out. All right, we're going to say goodbye to Rumble, Twitter. It looks like I forgot to add Facebook to begin with. We missed you, Facebook. And we'll see you guys very, very soon.
Don't miss the webinar.
Don't miss the webinar today at 4. Register, pulsewavetrading.com, and we'll see you members in 5 seconds.